Welcome to the class, my dear students. In my today's lecture, a very important concept of the normal distribution I am going to explain you. What is that? In the previous lectures, what we have done, when the mean and standard deviation are given, we are finding out the areas of the corresponding values for z equal to, for the standard normal variate we will find out, and what is the probability of z being the in that region, and that means you are finding out the area. Whereas in these type of problems, area is given. Our job is to find out the mean and standard deviation. That means the reverse calculation we have to do. So first thing in this, important points are in your Z table. Z table, what are the values it gives you? Z table gives the area occupied from the mean. That is what the first thing you should understand. From the mean on both sides. That means always the table what it gives you, if I ask this is z equal to 0. Okay, this is what the mean. From 0 to this side or 0 to this side, it will give you the region or the area. Either there. Suppose if you want to find out 1 is here somewhere. So what is 0 to 1, it will give you the table. In the table value, what is the area. If it is minus 2 or something, from minus 2 to 0 is nothing but 0 to 2, right? So from 0 to 2, how much it is? So whatever the table you are, from the table, whatever you are getting is the value from the mean, that is from z equal to 0. That you have to keep it in mind always. And now let us go to see the problem. For a normal distribution, 7% of the items are under 35 and 89% are under 63. So these are the two hints given us, which from where you have to find out the mean and standard deviation. Let us now look at all this. So we don't know what is mu and we don't know what is sigma also. But what we know is 7% of the items are under 35. So what you know about the region here, this whole thing, left side of 0 is 0.5. The right side of 0 is also 0.5%. That we know. Or 50% you know. For 0.5, or you can say it is 50%. Now, when I say there is 7%, when I say suppose, then where it lies in this particular region, 7%, or 30%, or 40%, or 50%, up to here. When I ask about 60% of the region, means from here to here, 70% from here to here, 80% from here to here, like that it goes on. So you should understand that first. So now coming to the point here, 7% of the items are under 35. So the value of x is given as 35. So he has given you that the probability of x less than 35 is given as 7%. 7%. What do you mean by that? 7% of the value. That means, let me say this is what at the value at x is equal to 35. Now we are going to find out the corresponding standard normal variate is what. So now this area is given as 7%. So now what I told you, the areas are there on the standard normal distribution. So will you find out 7%, this 7%, that means 0.07 in your standard normal table? No. What you have to find out, because it is this is what I told you, it gives the area occupied from the mean. So when this is 7%, what is this percentage? This percentage from 0 to this value, whatever this one, because we know that this whole is 50%. So when 7% has gone, what is this percentage is 43%, correct? And this 43% is nothing but 0.43 you can see in the standard normal distribution table. So that is 0.43 we have to check. For which value as 0.43 as the area, what is the corresponding z value we are going to find out. I hope it is clear. So now, one thing. when I say this value is x is equal to 35, what will be the value of z here? Since z is 0 here, it is very much clear that z value will be negative here. Correct? So let us now go to find out where we can see 0.43 in our areas. So let us see that where is 0.43, we can check here. 0.43. 0.4332, 0.4306 is this one. 0.4306 is the area we are able to see. It corresponds to which value? 1.4, and here on the top it is 1.408. So 1.48 is the value of z. Understood? So the value of z is, the value of z is 1.48, but with a negative value because it is lying on the left side of z equal to 0. So the value of z is minus 1.48. So 7% is under 35, is under 35. What do you mean by this? As given by minus 4.548 is the z, standard normal variate z. Z is equal to x minus, that means 35, minus mu we don't know, sigma also we don't know. I hope you could understand why we have kept minus there, because it is lying on the left side of z equal to 0. So from this, what is the equation we get? We get the equation as minus 1.48 sigma is equal to 35 minus mu, or you can also write this as minus 1.48 sigma plus mu is equal to 35. Call this equation as 1. Now there is another hint he has given in the problem. What is that? 89% are under 63. So 89% are under 63. So where is under 63? There is 89%. So where it lies now, that figure? 89% is under 63. That means, let me first draw the figure. %89 is under 63. So now under the value 63, there is 89%. So how can we draw that? That can be drawn like this. 89% means there is already 50% occupied. Correct? 50% is been occupied already here. Now the remaining 39%, 89%, no? So the remaining 39% will be occupied somewhere here. So what is that? Value of x is what here? The value of x is given as 63. So 63, x value is 63. Our job is to get the corresponding value of z. Okay. So now what will be the value of z here? First thing you have to think about the sign here. It is always plus, because on the right hand side it is. So the value, the sign of z is positive, first thing. And now this is 39%, because totally it is 89% is under x is equal to 63. This value is x equal to 63. So now this is what? 39% means what? This is 0.39. What is this area? This area is given by 0.39. So just if you can find out what is this 0.39 value, 0.39 corresponding to which value of z, then our job is done. Correct? So now that is 89% under 63 means, let us see now the positive value, and what is that? 0.039 we have to check. 0.039. Where is it? Let us see. 0.039. 0.039 is somewhere here. 0.03907 is corresponding to 1.23. So 1.23 is 0.09. So we can write this as the equation now how it goes on is 89% is under 63 means already, what do you mean by this? This is probability of x less than 63 is 89%. That means 0.89. So how can you write 89% as 0.5 plus 0.39, correct? Now what is this 0.39 is what we are going to find out here. So 0.39 is corresponding to 0.39 corresponds to z is equal to which value we have identified, that is 1.23. This is what we have identified. 0.39 is corresponding to z equal to 1.23. Therefore, what can you write? Z is equal to 1.23 is equal to your x is now 63 minus mu over sigma. So from here what we get now, that is 1.23 sigma is equal to 63 minus mu, or 1.23 sigma plus mu is equal to 63. Call this equation as 2. So from 1 and 2 equations, just you can put in the calculator and get the solution also. So the value of mu is here given by 10.332 and sigma is 50.2915. So the most crucial points here you should remember is when you are having this value as 7% means it is very much clear. Under the value it is 7% means it is on the left hand side of 0, z equal to 0, and that is 7%. But we have the values in the z table from 0. Therefore, this portion is how much you have to check. That is 43%. So you have to check the area 0.43 for which value of z. So that we have understood, and it is lies in the left hand side of 0. So the value is minus 1.48 is 35 minus mu by sigma. You got an equation, and there is 89% are under 63. Actually this whole portion is 89% under 63, correct? This whole is 89% under 63. But already we know that this is 0.5. So the only thing we have to find out for 50% is over. So this 39% is 0.39 is corresponding to which value of z you have to find out. That value is 1.23, and from where you can substitute the standard normal variate formula like this, get the second equation, get the values of mu and sigma. I hope you could understand this. Thank you.